Hi everyone, and in this video we are going to be sublimating and heat pressing onto sublimation aprons, and we're going to get started right now. Welcome back to the channel everyone, and welcome to another video. And I want to thank each and every single one of you for tuning in again. Now before we go any further, I want everyone to know that Heat Transfer Warehouse, yes, Heat Transfer Warehouse provided all the material for this video. So if you're interested in getting your sublimation aprons, you need to head over there. If you're interested in getting any of the vinyls that I'll be using, you need to head over to Heat Transfer Warehouse. And guess what? I will have the link down in the description for you, so you can click on it, use it, and get your vinyl and your sublimation aprons today. Now let's continue. We are going to be sublimating and heat pressing sublimation aprons. You've heard it. I have a design already prepared and ready. So what we're going to do right now is, you know how I do it on the channel, I'm going to just put everything here on the screen for you, show you all the tools, the resources, every single thing that I'll be using, the time frames, the temperatures, the pressure, everything right there on the screen for you, so that you will be able to use it to your advantage. Now we are going to jump over to my table, where we're going to be able to see what I'll be actually using: my printer, the Cameo 4, the vinyl, etc. Then we're going to go into the Silhouette Studio program, show the design, we're going to print it out, cut our vinyl, sublimate and heat press those aprons, and then take a look at our results. So stay tuned, let's get started. Let's talk about what we are going to be using. Firstly, I have my Cameo 4 that I'm going to be using. Now this Cameo 4 is going to be used to cut our wall cut pink and blue metal strip vinyl, right? And this vinyl came from, as I mentioned before, Heat Transfer Warehouse. And if you guys are interested in getting some of this lovely vinyl here, make sure to use the link down in the description, and you will be able to get your vinyl and more products and more vinyls and a lot more stuff. Have my ruler, my scissors, and my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to be using 125G A-sub paper 13 by 19. I am going to be making my image as big as possible. I also have my Epson Work 47710 printer, and also my HPN Signature Series heat press that I'll be using. You'll see those a little later. Now let's get over here. We are going to be sublimating and heat pressing these two aprons here. So these are sublimation aprons. These are 100% polyester, and as you can see, this first one here has a black finish with a square pocket to the front that is white. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be pressing a design right here on the white, and we're going to be heat pressing some vinyl onto the front here with some words. So sublimating here on the pocket, and we're going to be heat pressing some words on the top of that apron. We go over here now to this one. This one is purely plain white polyester, and we're going to be making our design right down the center of this apron, and we're going to just be sublimating onto this one. And as I mentioned before, these are 100% polyester, and I'm going to show you 100% polyester there, and I'm going to show you this one. I'm looking for the tag so I can show you guys 100% polyester. So let us jump into the Silhouette Studio program. I'm going to show you the design that I made, and then we're going to get into printing, cutting, and sublimating and heat pressing. So we are here in the Silhouette Studio program, and I'm really excited to show you the designs that I created. So these are the designs here that I am going to be using on the white sublimation apron and the black and white sublimation apron. Firstly, as you can see here on my printing area right now, these two here that you can see will be going on the white apron down in the middle, and these two will be going on the black apron with the white pocket to the front. So keep calm, I only grill the good stuff will be going on the black part at the top, and the BBQ, this image here will be going on the white pocket. Now before you go over to printing and doing all your cutting with your vinyl, etc., make sure that you always have your page set up correctly. So as I am using 13 by 19 paper, I always head over to my print page setup, make sure my page is set correctly. I'm going to be using the Epson Word 47710 printer. Once that is okay, I can then head over now to File and Print and carry on into selecting my printing settings. Once I selected print, it will bring me to the print preview area where I'm going to zoom out and just make sure that my image is sitting exactly where I want it to be. I'm going to click on print and select my media type as high quality plain paper, which I like. The quality will be best, and make sure your image is set to flip horizontally. So if you don't flip it with inside your program, make sure your printer is set up so it can automatically flip horizontally for you, and then we print. On the other hand, when it comes to cutting your heat transfer vinyl, I'm going to set my machine type to the Cameo 4. My cutting mat will be set to auto, and my media size is 12 by 12. I'm going to make sure that I flip horizontally my words here. Then I'm going to go over to the send panel. I'm going to be using my material type as heat transfer smooth, the auto blade, and I'm going to set my blade depth to 3, my force between 8 and 10, and my speed is going to be at 10 for this video. And I will highly recommend that you always do a test cut before you actually get into cutting your words or your designs with your vinyl. So we're going to hit on send and head over to the printer and our Cameo to see those results. Alright guys, so we have everything here on the table for our next step. We've printed out our designs and we have cut out our vinyl, as you can see right here. Hopefully you can see that. Keep calm, I only grill the good stuff. And now I am going to place my apron here on this table just to give you guys a quick mock-up of how I am planning to do it. So we have our apron here, our white apron, sublimation apron. And we are going to be using this big one right here for the middle, right here, and we are going to be using this section here for up top here. So we're going to basically try to cover and fill the entire front part of this apron. With our black and white apron, we are just going to be using this image here. And we're going to be placing that right here in the middle, and then we're going to be taking our heat transfer vinyl. Keep calm, I only grill the good stuff, and we're going to heat press that up here. So let's jump over to the heat press now and let's start sublimating. So we are over here by our heat press and we are ready to sublimate. I've set my pressure already. I'm using 400 Fahrenheit for 60 seconds. You heard me, 400 Fahrenheit for 60 seconds. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some paper and I'm going to rest down right here on my lower plate on the heat press. The purpose for this is because we don't want any of that ink that may bleed through the material to get into our material here, our protective cover paper here. So we place our white paper, or if you have brown paper, you can put over your bottom plate to protect it. The second thing we're going to do right now is we're going to place our sublimation apron over our plate to begin our process for sublimating. Now, I would have went ahead already and pre-pressed this apron, so all of the wrinkles are out of it. We're going to be starting off with this image here. We're going to turn it. We're going to set it down here. And what I'm about to do right now is to take some heat tape and apply onto this. We don't want this to be shifting around are moving around, so I'm going to put some heat tape to keep this down and stable. So we are now about to apply another piece of paper over our design. We're going to push in it, and we're going to press this for 400 Fahrenheit at 60 seconds. So now that we have sublimated the pocket of this apron, we need to lower the temperature to 320 Fahrenheit so we can apply our vinyl. So our heat press is now set to 320 Fahrenheit, and we're going to be using 20 seconds to press our heat transfer vinyl. So I'm going to line it up in the middle, just where I want it. I'm going to use a piece of heat tape to keep down this design, and then I'm going to press it for about 20 seconds. Okay guys, so our pressing is completed, and what I'm going to do right now for this particular vinyl, I'm going to let this sit here for about a minute to cool down before we peel. So with this vinyl, we're going to do a cold peel and not a hot peel. So we're going to let this sit here for a minute or so, and then we're going to peel off and see the results. So let us take a quick look at what we have done here. And right off the bat, we can see that the colors are looking vibrant. And I'm really loving these sublimation aprons here. You can see the colors are looking really good. And we're going to go over to the black one here. As you can see, we have our image in the middle there, and our vinyl came back perfectly. Guys, I am loving these sublimation aprons. If you are interested or you want to get some of these sublimation aprons, don't wait till later. I'll have the link down in the description where you can get your sublimation aprons. I want to thank Heat Transfer Warehouse for providing these aprons so that I can actually print on them and use them. Now guys, there's only one thing left to do.